Control over strategic sea lanes has always been a decisive factor in modern military conflicts. Navies serve not only as protectors of national shores, but also as symbols of power and international influence. Large warships with overwhelming firepower often become focal points in critical battles, shaping the outcomes of naval warfare. Within this context, Japan devoted significant resources and effort to building a powerful navy to safeguard its interests and expand its influence across the Pacific among these vessels. Yamato emerged as a symbol of unparalleled strength, boasting massive size and firepower designed to dominate any adversary at sea. From the Battle of the Philippine Sea, where Yamato demonstrated superior combat capabilities to the final engagement at Okinawa, the battleship played a continuous role in fierce confrontations, embodying the relentless fighting spirit of the Japanese fleet. Yamato's presence was not only a testament to Japan's military technology and strength, but also a symbol of its determination to defend the homeland against growing challenges. After withdrawing from international naval treaties, Japan pursued an ambition to build a naval force capable of challenging the United States in the Pacific. Guided by the Kantai Kessen doctrine, meaning the decisive battle, the Imperial Japanese Navy focused on constructing superior warship designed to overwhelm opponents, leading the creation of the super battleship Yamato. Research on the new class began in 1934, where core requirements to equip the ship with the world's most powerful 18-inch 460mm main guns and armor thick enough to withstand shells of the same caliber. Another strategic goal was for the ship's size to be large enough to complicate transit through the Panama Canal for the US Navy. After several rounds of review, the final design was approved in March 1937. During development, the maximum speed was adjusted downward to around 27 knots, and the propulsion system shifted from diesel turbine to steam turbines due to concerns over reliability. The Yamato battleship of the Imperial Japanese Navy was not only a symbol of power, but also the pinnacle of shipbuilding technology of its time, embodying Japan's ambition to surpass other naval powers. With an overall length of 263 meters, a beam of 38.9 meters, and a full load displacement of approximately 72,000 tons, Yamato is recognized as the heaviest warship ever constructed in maritime history. Yamato's hull design was groundbreaking, featuring a large onion-shaped bow that reduced hypodynamic resistance while improving stability and performance at sea. The hull was also divided into multiple watertight compartments to enhance its resilience to damage during combat, reflecting a strong emphasis on the ship's survivability in fierce battles. The most outstanding feature of Yamato was its firepower. The ship was equipped with 9 Type 94 460mm guns, the largest ever mounted on a warship. These guns were arranged across 3 main turrets, each capable of firing shells weighing over 1,400 kilograms, with a maximum range of about 42 kilometers. The ammunition included armor-piercing shells for engaging enemy warships, high-explosive rounds for surface targets, and special anti-craft shanshiki shells designed to counter aerial threats. Initially, Yamato was equipped with 12 secondary 155mm guns mounted in 4 turrets. However, as the war progressed and the threat from enemy air forces intensified, the 2 middle turrets were removed to make room for an extended anti-aircraft defense system. Originally, the ship's anti-aircraft armament included 12 127mm guns and 24 25mm guns. By 1945, in response to the growing aerial threat, the number of 127mm guns doubled to 24, while the 25mm guns increased dramatically to 162, demonstrating Yamato's flexible and timely adaptation to modern warfare. In terms of protection, Yamato was often described as a floating steel fortress, boasting thick and well-distributed armor. Its main belt armor reached a thickness of 410 millimeters, while the deck armor ranged from 200 to 226.5 millimeters. Particularly notable was the frontal armor of the main gun turrets, which was up to 650 millimeters thick, creating a zone of immunity capable of withstanding 18-inch shell fire in conventional engagements, thereby safeguarding critical firepower systems from being disabled. To power this massive vessel, Yamato was fitted with a robust propulsion system consisting of 12 Kampon boilers and 4 steam turbines, delivering a total output of 150,000 horsepower. This allowed the ship to reach a top speed of approximately 27 knots, sufficient for timely maneuvering during battles. Its operational range was equally impressive, with about 7,200 nautical miles at an economical speed of 60 knots, enabling sustained operations across the vast Pacific theater. The crew size aboard Yamato ranged from 2,500 to over 3,300 personnel, depending on the period and assigned missions, reflecting the ship's large and complex operational demands. Additionally, the battleship carried 7 reconnaissance seaplanes for scouting and early warning purposes, initially relying primarily on traditional optical observation systems. Yamato was later upgraded with several advanced radar types, including Type 13, Type 21, and Type 22, which enhanced target detection and fire control capabilities in increasingly complex combat conditions. After being commissioned into the Imperial Japanese Navy in December 1941, the battleship Yamato quickly became a symbol of national power and pride. With its superior size and firepower, the ship was expected to shift the balance of naval power during World War II. However, Yamato's combat history tells a story of limited opportunities and a tragic end. In February 1942, Yamato was appointed flagship of the combined fleet under Admiral Isoroku Yamato. During the Battle of Midway in June of the same year, Yamato played only a supporting role from a distance and was not engaged in direct combat due to a strategy focused on preserving the battleship force. This led to Yamato not firing a single shot, despite being one of the most powerful warships of its time, contributing indirectly to the Japanese Navy's defeat. After Midway, Yamato moved to the truck base but saw limited activity, mainly due to high fuel consumption and escalating wartime challenges. In February 1943, Musashi replaced Yamato as fleet flagship. In December 1943, Yamato was attacked by the American submarine USS Skate with torpedoes, causing damage that forced the ship to return to Japan for repairs. Early in 1944, Yamato underwent upgrades, notably enhancing its anti-aircraft firepower by replacing 2 155mm turrets with 127mm guns and adding 25mm guns to counter increasingly intense raids from the enemy. During the Battle of the Philippine Sea in June 1944, Yamato's role remained relatively passive, as it did not engage directly with the US fleet. However, at the Battle of Leyte Gulf in October 1944, the battleship fired its main 460mm guns at enemy targets for the first time as part of the center force under Vice Admiral Takeo Kurita. Yamato was hit by bombs during the Battle of Sibuyan Sea, but continued to fight, targeting escort carriers and US destroyers of Samar, inflicting some damage on the enemy. Despite this, the Japanese force was ultimately forced to withdraw, missing the chance to prevent the American landing. Yamato's final mission took place in April 1945 during Operation Tengo, a near-suicidal attempt to defend Okinawa. With fuel only sufficient for a one-way trip and no air support, the task force was quickly detected by US aircraft on April 7th. In the last battle, Yamato endured intense air attacks from hundreds of planes of the US Navy's Task Force 58, Struck by at least 11 torpedoes and numerous bombs, the ship sustained severe damage, listing and then capsizing, ending with a massive explosion in the main ammunition magazine at 2:23 p.m. that day. More than 3,000 crew members, including Vice Admiral Seishi Ito, were lost. The tragic end of Yamato marked the close of the battleship era in the history of naval warfare.